Good morning. I want to welcome everybody to the January 14th meeting of the Mason County Fiscal Court. Please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
Madam Clerk, will you kick us off with a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. I want to welcome everyone to the January 14th meeting, Mason County Fiscal Court. We have a very special presentation this morning. I believe we're joined by Mary and Greg and the Dudley family for Mary Frances Rosebud Dudley. Guys, if you all could come forward. Today, we wanted to join and salute our friends with the Dudley family. Mary, Greg, the twins, and everybody here today. We wanted to take a few moments and salute Miss Mary Frances Rosebud Dudley for an extraordinary life very well lived. After graduating from the historic John Fee High School and later Kentucky State University, Mary returned to her beloved community of Maysville in Mason County, and she helped treat or care for most of the community at that time through her efforts at Hayeswood Hospital, where she worked for more than 30 years. In addition to numerous other community initiatives and honors, Ms. Dudley was a Kentucky Colonel, volunteer RSVP member, and many other community efforts. So today, we're here to honor Mary Frances Rosebud Dudley with the Spirit of Mason County Award for her unwavering commitment to Maysville, Mason County, and our region. Anything you all would like to say?
I'd like to say something, because I've seen your brothers, but I've not seen you, Mary Julie, and since your mother died, and my greatest condolences, not only your mother, but losing Diane this year. Been tough, y'all's family. I'm glad you're calmer than you were last time you were here. but to you and the rest of your family, from my family, my condolences. What a wonderful mother, and what a wonderful person she was.
Thank you. I'd like to say on behalf of the Dudley family, I would like to thank Judge McNeil and the staff, and especially Joe McKay, and the city and the county of Maysville. We are very grateful and honored to receive this award. Rosebud loved Maysville, and it's such a comfort to know that our mother, Rosebud, touched so many lives in our small community. Thank you again.
You guys want to come forward, commissioners? You all join us. Let's take a quick picture.
Thanks, Mary.
Tomorrow, January 15th, will be known. Oh, there we go.
Yes. Yeah. Everybody. Good, good.
We'll send you a copy of that. Yes, sir.
Mary, I miss seeing you and talking to you. I hope you have some retirement. You did such a good job taking care of them all. HA. Part of his genius.
Thank you.
Well done, Joe. Well done. So that brings us up. I want to introduce some guests this morning. First off, I want to bring up Mr. Eddie Johnson, who is the Executive Director for Buffalo Trace Search and Rescue. Eddie, if you'll come to the podium and be joined by Jason York Jason heads up Kentucky Emergency Management as the district director. And of course, we have Tony Leese as well.
I'm standing in for Eddie.
Oh, okay. I thought I
We've
saw
got
Eddie
we've got
earlier.
to stand in for
Oh.
Eddie there, sorry. Sorry about that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I can't begin to tell you what a pleasure it is to come and speak with you today with being able to smile. In the capacity of my job, usually when we're communicating, something's on fire, rolling down a hill,
Fair point.
something's busted, something's broken, something's super cold, something's flooded, something's knocked over,
Foot of snow.
something's leaking. I could go on for a while, but it is so nice to be here to be able to tell you some good news today. First off, before we start, I want to thank everyone for Mr. Tony Lees. He's a blessing for my area. He's
I agree.
proactive. He's absolutely. He didn't know I was going to say that. I'll probably be in trouble later. He's a pretty humble guy, and I think sometimes we need to give a lot of credit. He has a very difficult job, and he does a fantastic job at it. And he's an absolute blessing to have in my area. And you guys have an amazing emergency management program, and the team here with your fiscal court, the way everyone works together in your community in general is absolutely amazing. So with that, I have the pleasure of telling you that Kentucky Emergency Management offers a rescue aid grant for search and rescue teams in Kentucky. We have a little over 100 search and rescue teams in Kentucky. Here in your community, you have the Buffalo Trace Search and Rescue Team. That's one of 4 teams in your region. They are absolutely amazing. They're a premier team. They're professional. Anytime I call them, they help me. And their help is always welcome and tremendously appreciated. This year, they chose to not take the safe way. There's a safe way that you can take with this grant to get minimum equipment, and you're nearly guaranteed to get that. This year, I want to commend them on having the courage to try to go for something that it wasn't guaranteed, something that was competitive, something that they had to fight for. Together as a team, we put together a very compelling application. We presented our case at the review committee, and we were awarded. You're going to be getting a military grade drone for your community. When I say military grade, we're not dropping bad stuff on people. This is just going to be, it's going to be equipped with a very, very, very high resolution camera, thermal imaging. It's going to give you the ability to cover a large amount of space. It's going to give you an ability to search in what we call hazardous situations, where we don't have to put our rescuers and first responders in harm's way. Drones' capabilities are kind of well documented, but technologically speaking, for the search and rescue community, drones are invaluable. And this is next level stuff. This is not only going to enhance Mason County, it's going to enhance our entire region, I think. So with that, would you like to say anything?
No, and I know many of you are aware of the current situation here in Mason County, Maysville, with the missing person, and this will be something we can use and be able to respond quickly and do a hasty search and try to get ahead of, some of those other situations. So,
But it's next level stuff, and you're to be congratulated, and I'm grateful that they had the courage to go for that competitive. That they had that competitive spirit. They knew that they could make a compelling argument, and we did well. So,
Jason, for my part, I'll say thank you. First and foremost, you were a big help getting this grant completed. Tony does a fantastic job not only for our community, but you both do a fantastic job for our region. The public rarely realizes the efforts and dedication that is put in during these events. They witness it a peak during these events. However, for the most part, that dedication is there 24/7. And so not only do we greatly appreciate this grant award, we greatly appreciate both of your all's and Eddie's efforts. So congratulations.
Thank you very much for your time.
We have another guest in the house. We have my good friend Kevin Cornett. Kevin is the new Executive Director, Buffalo Trace Area Development District. Kevin, you want to come forward, my friend?
Well, I just want to stop in and say good morning, and thank you for having me. I'm glad to be back at the ad. I was there for 14 years, back as executive director. We've been meeting on projects. Those tables are very uncomfortable. We sat there an hour and a half yesterday. That's all. Tyler's got it right. If you'll give the judge that chair, this meeting will be short. But there's a lot of good things going on, a lot of projects we're getting caught up on, a lot of funding opportunities, and we've talked about that. We know we have some large projects to tackle with water lines and some things in the county, and those are in process, and we'll be in touch with you. But we're working on those, and we are talking with our legislators. So.
And historically, just give you an idea of Kevin's relationship, not only with Buffalo BTAD, but this fiscal court. He's instrumental in some water expansion projects during a period where we had more water expansion projects in the county than ever. And Kevin worked with the fiscal court and prior courts with that. He also was involved in a thankless task, I think, of establishing Western Mason Sanitation and getting that funded and hand-holding that board through its first 10 years or so.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of history in providing service to Mason County.
Fire
besides
trucks,
the
fire
court.
departments, a lot of the buildings we built back in that day, so.
Great success when he was watching out for us.
So I really miss the project side. I've spent a lot of time in the past 10 years, Fleming County Water Association, so I've seen, what I would like to say is leaving the ad and going out into a water association and seeing what those guys deal with on a daily basis and the battles, we don't have a clue really of what goes on daily operations. So I said in the first 2 weeks of leaving the ad that I wish I would have known those things while I was at the ad. So I'm bringing that back.
Good.
So
Great.
look forward to working with you all, and I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Look forward to you, Kevin. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank
Nice to meet you.
Commissioners, that brings up, in your packet, you will find the meeting minutes from our December 10th regular meeting in Mason County Fiscal Court. I will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Got a motion? And we have a second. Got any additions, deletions, or discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hearn?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioners, that brings up our road department report, and we've got Road Director Joe Brown joining us today. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning.
Joe.
How are you all?
Joe, before you get started, let me join the commissioners, this court, and the community in telling you the fantastic job you and our Mason County Weather Warriors did in the face of almost 12 inches of snow over the last, 5-6 days. As well as ice, yes, sir, Commissioner. And you guys did a fantastic job working and correlating with our state partners as well as our municipal partners, and your efforts were greatly appreciated.
Thank you all very much.
Yes, sir. Thank
I
you.
appreciate you all. Of course, we got a good crew too, so it makes a big difference.
Yes, sir.
Okay, for my report, for the number one item, we took a backhoe to Owl Hollow Road and we cut a ditch to keep the water from freezing. It was running out on the road and lined it with channel liners. We repaired and replaced signs that had been knocked down on several roads. We had a Davenport Lane, we had a shoulder issue, and we shouldered it with some 467 rock. We prepared all the trucks for the upcoming snow event. Had everyone go over the snow routes to get ready for the routes that they was going to do. And then we had a new driver that was trained on the snow route. And then we didn't have any signs up, excuse me, but we had 9 customers on our livestock removal program.
And if I may, I'll also highlight the cover of the Mason County Road Department report for this month. It's the fine artwork of Robert and Gwendolyn Boone's kids. when
Oh.
they brought some pictures over as well as a care package.
Absolutely. Very much
Thursday.
appreciated.
Yep,
Yeah, very much appreciated.
did a good job. Go ahead, Joe, sorry.
No, you're good. I was just gonna tell you, on the, on the salt, we've got 2 bins of salt left. We use approximately about 600 tons of salt. So we've got about 1,200 left, so we'll have to refill, when we can. That's all I have, Judge.
Commissioners, any questions for Director Brown?
Yes, you want to inform the court about the savings we had with the equipment you had in regards to pulling out trucks.
Oh, well, we didn't, we didn't have a tow bill this year, but we had our end loader out for probably about all week last week. We probably pulled the trucks out probably 7,500 times. We probably saved the court probably $10,000 in a tow bill.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily, so.
That's awesome.
The issue when the truck, the snow and the ice was so heavy, sometimes the truck would hit it, slide sideways. And so,
Well, and it was so heavy at times that the plow would actually, and it's designed to do that, it would buckle. So you'd have to back up and regroup and, so it was trying, but we got through it. Good Lord's help.
well done.
Good job. Make a motion to accept the consent agenda.
We got a motion?
Second.
We have a second. Are there any additions, deletions, or further discussion?
To give a shout out to, who was it, Park Cafe that treated us.
Absolutely, good
treated
point.
treated our road department, it's awful generous of them. And
Mark Fry and his team, yes, sir, it was. Made for a good breakfast. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hara?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioners, also in your packet, in the road department report, you will see state surplus tractor. We have a road crew, summer road crew mowing, operation, with an older tractor and flail mower that, we explored replacing midsummer, last summer. But went with the parts, just in your agenda. Went with the parts, and kept it going. I am of the opinion, as well as Joe and I believe our mechanic Matt, that we're gonna need to do something different, for this upcoming spring. So they have been on the lookout for a comparable, system to use in mowing, the shoulders of our roads, and the stop areas. We got contacted a month and a half, maybe a month ago,
Yeah, probably about a month ago,
by the state, and they had, for the first time, in quite a while, two or three
They had 3.
Three
Yeah, they had
surplus.
3.
Go ahead and tell them, Joe, yeah.
Well, I had been on the list.
Yeah, come on, Joe, tell us.
I had been on the list for a couple of years. We've been looking for a mower. Of course, I talked to you guys about it. I priced a mower and it was gonna be about $30,000 for a mower, and our tractor wasn't worth putting a mower on and all that. So I'd got on their list a couple of years. We'd looked high and low. So I'd got on their list a couple of years ago, and I said, look, if you happen to get something in, let me know. And I'd check every 6 months. Well, finally one day he said, look, man, I've got some stuff. I've got a couple in you might want to look at. So I made arrangements. Me and Matt went up there and looked at it and tried it out and checked it all over. But it's a really good outfit for $42,000. But that would, I know it's a lot of money, but if you figure, to get the what it is, you're out looking at $100,000. The mower's $30,000 by itself. The tractor isn't worth it. We've looked for parts, we've looked for stuff, but we just can't find it. So that's our option on that. Matt can tell you more about it. Matt, you want to tell him more about it? He can tell you more about the mechanics of it.
With replacing this, as far as fixing the one that we have currently, you're going to be, the mower part is actually, you're going to have to replace the mower, and then the tractor is not worth putting the mower on. The tractor was bought 2010 for like $5,000. So at the point of putting a $30,000 mower onto a $5,000 tractor is just not a great idea. And then on top of that, the tractor itself has problems too. So with this new tractor, we can also save parts from our like it's the same brand and everything, so we have spare parts for when ours breaks. So all that works on this tractor as well, so we have, parts to keep it going, you know, because we got to keep spare bearings and blades and belts and stuff like that. That all will continue over with this tractor if we're able to get it. So
So what year is this tractor you're looking at?
this one here is a 2010. So
What is it?
it's a John Deere 5093E.
What's the hour difference between tell them the hour difference between the new one and
The
what
hours
you used to have?
on
What you have.
the new one now is 2,200, I do believe, or 2,000.
Yeah, it's about 2,000.
Yes, 2,000. The one that we have now is probably 4 times that. Yeah,
Stopped counting back in the 80s.
yeah.
The hours on a tractor mean a whole lot more than the age of
Yeah,
it. Right.
yeah, because it runs 6 to 7 hours a day for 5 days a week from May till October. So
And it's 42,000 for this
Yes.
outfit right
The
now?
whole deal.
And brand new, this would be,
over 100,000.
Comparably
Yeah.
used models appear to be in the $60,000 to $70,000.
So did you say it came with a mower or not?
This is a mower. This is a tractor that is ready to mow. Yes.
Okay,
So it's the whole shebang?
Yeah, it's the whole shebang. Yeah.
okay.
I'd make the motion that we proceed with the purchase of that.
I second that, open for discussion, financing wise, we're good.
Yep, we're good.
And it's exempt from bidding by virtue of being under the state.
Everybody from the state.
I'll second that, okay, thank you.
And they've been good enough to hold it now for two weeks? I guess it was 2 weeks when I looked at it, right?
Yeah, when I went there earlier, I talked to Sean, and he gave me to the day to try to get the decision from you guys to make sure he was all right. He's holding it for us for now. All I gotta do is just, after court today, say, look, man, we're gonna take it, and it's ours. So,
And you're done with inspections, you're ready
Yeah.
to take it if you have.
Yeah. And the state only sells, they keep stuff 10 years too, so, you know,
Yeah.
this isn't gonna come back up available. They're only gonna replace in another 10 years, so
Yeah.
it's the chance of finding another one recently is gonna be.
the tractor we have now is a C70.
Yes.
And the state used, it was a state tractor before we got it, so it's got a lot of hours on it.
Yeah.
When I worked the state, I run one of them tractors, that was umpteen years ago, but anyway, I think this is be a good purchase for us.
Well done. Got a motion, we have a second. Any further discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hara?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, gentlemen, well done.
Thank you.
Appreciate you all.
Make the
Commissioners?
call. Make that call.
Thank you all.
Commissioners, next up in your packet, you'll see the animal shelter report, and we have Mason County Animal Shelter Director, Miss Brandy Thomas, joining us today.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Morning, Brandy.
More, Miss Brandy.
Morning. For the month of December, at the animal shelter, we had a total of 20 dogs out. We had 12 adopted, 5 were reclaimed, 3 were rescued, and we had no euthanizations. Dogs in the month of December was 18. We had 9 strays, 2 abandoned cases, and 7 owner surrenders. Our animal control had 113 calls, dog calls. We had 4 cat calls, went out on 28 field responses, and 10 dogs were brought back into the shelter. As of 12/1/24, the totals for the shelter, dogs on site were 15, 5 were in foster, and that gave us a total of 20. And as of 12/31/24, dogs on site were 11, 7 were in foster, and gave us a total of 18. The month of December, donations to the fiscal court were a total of $2,523. Our Amazon wish list items came to $556.40. Walmart donations were $456.46. Other items, which is from the community donations, was $950.55. And our Tractor Supply Company, where we also had an angel tree set up for our dogs for Christmas, we got donations of $2,044.12, giving the monthly total of $6,530.53.
That's awesome.
Also, during the month of December, we had 64.25 hours for volunteers that came in and helped out. We had completed 8 spay-neuter surgeries, and we completed 6 microchippings.
Well done, well done. Brandy, I'd also like to highlight your efforts in working with our local law enforcement. We had a couple of incidents last month and did a fantastic job. I'll also highlight our Mason County Animal Shelter volunteer team. With the weather, it has been a bit of a struggle to get employees everywhere they need to be. But however, running an animal shelter, you still have to make it in, water, feed, everything like that. And so your efforts are greatly, greatly appreciated. And so that as well of the shelter volunteer team. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lastly, commissioners, I'll update you, we're working to find an avenue to replace the animal control pickup truck that was hit from a cow that bounced off a tractor trailer while parked at 11 and the AA. I think insurance has wrapped that up, and so we're exploring some innovative avenues to try and get that replaced. So, any other questions? Okay, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank,
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil.
Yes, ma'am.
Did we have a?
I don't think-
We had a motion.
I don't
I'll
think
I'll
we
make a
did.
motion to a
Second.
second.
All right, thank you.
I'll take it.
So
So we'll
roll
do it
call
again.
again, please. Yes.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank.
Yes.
Judge McNeil.
Yes, ma'am.
That's it.
Commissioners, in your packet, you will find the Sheriff's Office report, and we've got Mason County Sheriff running for it.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Court.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'll start with our December 2024 tax disbursements. To the Kentucky State Treasurer, $612,802.15. The Mason County General Fund, $1,250,915.90. To the Mason County School District, $2,921,315.41. To the Mason County Public Library, $346,640.52. To the Mason County Health Department, $368,321.60. To the Mason County Extension Service, $208,580.86. To the City of Maysville, $192,927.03. To the City of Dover, $681.86. To the City of Germantown, $1,176.53. And that brings the total disbursements to $5,903,361.86.
Well done. Sheriff, I believe you need a motion to approve that.
Yes.
So move.
Got a motion?
Second.
And we have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil.
Yes, ma'am.
So next, we have our vehicle report. Again, everything looks good on that, so thank you all. We're working on replacing some radios, that's in the works, so, but everything looks good. And then finally, our activity report.
Hey, Sheriff, so is that the, radios you guys talked on, or the radios that are in the truck?
The radios that are in the car.
Okay, right on.
And we recently purchased some of those. Some of those are for pool cars, that
Yes,
we
sir.
but we'd like to put them in the pool cars as a backup, so we're working on that.
Okay.
But everything looks good there, and then also attached is our activity report for December. And I want to just highlight Tony Lisa's work this past month. He's been great. He's been on it. He's a huge asset for our county.
Yes, sir.
So thank you, Tony. And also thank you, Brandy. Brandy's been doing a great job, and we work really well together. So thank you.
Good.
Well done. Well
Yeah, that
done.
number of calls, I mean, you were fielding all of those calls at one time. Your office was.
Yes.
You or your predecessor.
Yes.
That's a lot of calls.
It's a lot.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot. So thank you.
Well, I'd also like to highlight, Sheriff, your team's efforts in grabbing dangerous narcotics off our streets and away from our kids. Well done. Your continued efforts focusing on domestic violence and domestic abuse across Mason County. And you beat me to the punch. I like your all's combined response for the shelter dog incident. So,
Thank you,
well
Judge.
done. Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it.
Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion to approve sheriff's.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion? We have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Harden?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Sheriff.
That brings up our emergency management and Director Tony Lewis. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning.
Morning.
Everyone. It's good to be here this morning, and just looking over our report. December was somewhat of a short month with the holidays and vacation, but still got some things here. Training, operational stress first aid, that was some training that helped me to watch for, just like the medical first aid, operational stress, just to watch for in our officers or others, some things that might alert us. There's some concerns there and what to do in those situations. Also training went for floodways and floodway encroachments. That's more for the flood coordinator side of my role. Exercises, we had the Army Corps of Engineers come in and put on a tabletop for us. Great tabletop, great turnout. And every time I see something like these tabletops, it's encouraging to know our community, the way they work together, the way they're trained, and it's a great opportunity there. As far as the other things, was able to be a part of a SOSYNC meeting, also a Healthcare Coalition meeting. Went to Wilmington's workshop, which actually should have been up there in the training. That was for the integrated warning team training there. Our KEMA quarterly meeting, and then also was able to sit in on the city beat with WFTM in preparation for this weather that we got. So that is my report for the month of December.
Fantastic report. I'll highlight, previously your response, that we've talked about your response this winter weather. Doing a fantastic job, my friend. Commissioners, any questions for Tony? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve his report.
So moved. Oh,
Oh, no, I second.
Got a motion, we have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Harden?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
One thing, if I may, just to add, again, the teamwork that we have here in the county and the city, it is great with the Sheriff's Department and also with our search and rescue team. They've been able to respond to some situations, some needs, and they've stepped up. And I know Chief Eddie Johnson would have been here this morning for that presentation, but he's busy and we're preparing for some other things that will be taking place later on. So I'm very grateful for all of those who assist me in this role as well. So just want to acknowledge that. Thank you.
Well said, Tony.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Commissioners, in your packet, you'll see the detention center report. We have Jailer Lisa Yeary joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
I wanted to say something.
Okay. For the month of December, the Mason County Detention Center had a high daily count of 165. Our lowest was 154 for an average of 160. Of those, 126 were males and 34 females. Mason County had a total of 76 inmates, Bratton County 14, Fleming County 42, Lewis County 17, and all other counties was 7. Class D inmates we have is 66, controlled intake 25, and our SAP program we had 20 total. Total admitted and released in the Mason County Detention Center was 156. Of those, 104 were males, 52 were females. The community service hours worked by our inmates for the county was 6,944 hours, and since the new year, I've upped the rate of per hour to 12, and it saved the county $83,328 in labor. The jail reimbursement collected was $1,913. Bond fees was $89.64. Release fees was $182.22. Booking fees was $669.75. Pay my jailer was $2,157.24. And the House Bill 556 we earned $14,156. Community service provided, as usual, we assist the county garbage pickup, the recycle center, and the Mason County Road Department. Other agencies that we helped during the month of December was the Mason County Food Bank, the Mason County Licking Valley Commodities, and the KFC Community Christmas Dinner. The number of staff that this is a new addition to my report, number of staffs as of the end of December, Mason County Detention Center had 30 full-time employees. Of these, 20 are floor staff and 10 are administration. 2 part-time staffs who facilitates our DOC-approved classes with the inmates, and 1 part-time deputy jailer who also facilitates for us with the classes. At the end of December, we were fully staffed with 1 part-time employee. Training during the month of we had 2 new hire training for new deputy training, and we had VINE training, which is victim information notification training, along with fire evacuation training attended by our staff. We had a total of 69 hours logged. 2 inmates took their test to earn their GED. For the high tunnel, we still are, the lettuce and the carrots and the spinach are still growing. Nothing harvested during the month of December. The ankle monitoring program during the month of December, we had a total of 6 participants and collected $1,355. And as far as in the jail, we are currently working on, the HVAC system was completed in the administration building, and we're working on other aspects and upgrading in that building there. And we're also working in the kitchen, upgrading some needed equipment in there, just repairing and working on those things.
Jayla, what's the capacity on our ankle monitoring program? 12, 10?
10.
10, okay.
I mean, that's the number of ankle monitors
Yes,
we
ma'am.
have. We can do more if needed.
Okay.
I guess a better question from my standpoint is, are we using them right now? I mean, at times we're big on using them, and other times we're not. I think it's sort of cyclical.
Right. I mean, we still have a few extra. We always try to keep 1 back just for the medical aspect. If we get someone in there who's, needs to probably be out of our care, we have 1 back for that. But, there's not been a time yet that we've used all 9 of the other ones at one time.
Okay. Right on. Commissioners, any questions for Jayla Uri? I'll entertain a motion to approve her report.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any additional discussion, deletions? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hara?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
That brings up our landfill report, and we have Director Travis Carpenter joining us today.
Travis, who?
Travis who?
Oh, sorry, what did I say?
City Park.
Travis Cooley, sorry.
Adams Cooley.
Going too fast.
Adams Cooley in school.
Good morning. Sorry, buddy.
Morning.
I renamed you.
No comment. Just leave that alone.
You're on the record.
During the month of December, the landfill took in 6,021 tons of waste, valued at $171,263. Curb fees were $79.82. Roll-off business had 20,720 in billable accounts. We pumped 1,652,182 gallons of leachate to the city treatment plant. The contained landfill, normal day-to-day landfill activities. Phase 6 is complete. Water with weather, whenever it permits us to get it pumped down low enough, we're gonna be able to get the state in there to do their final inspection and hopefully start putting fluff on it.
What is the fluff? Just dumb question.
It's 10 foot of garbage. We have to put 10 foot in before we can put a compactor on it. 10 foot has to be put in with a D6 or smaller dozer. The residual landfill, Certainty is still taking gypsum as long as the weather's permitting them to take it. They just sent us 3 invoices for the next 3 months. They're gonna take another 150,000 tons. So we're moving along with that. And that's pretty much all I got for landfill.
Well done. Commissioners, any questions for Travis? Entertain a motion to approve the landfill report.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion, have a second. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you want to proceed, you want me to? So our garbage report, for the month of December 2024, the total tonnage collected was 384.94 tons. We got a current number, we got 406 active waste wheelers out being used. We're gonna explore picking up additional waste wheelers that we lost in our barn fire. And we've got 107 current active dumpsters out and about.
Add to the waste wheelers, we have 25 ordered. They're 5 to 6 weeks out. I got a hot stamp them and serial number them, and they'll be coming.
How many?
I ordered 25.
Perfect, perfect.
How much does each one cost?
They're about $75 a piece. We lost 300, right at 300 in the bonfire, so.
Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion to approve the garbage report for the month of December.
So moved.
Got a motion?
Second.
We have a second. Any additional questions? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil.
Yes, ma'am.
And thanks to your workers too, being out on the roads.
We was there.
I know you were, so,
Thank y'all.
thanks
Thank
you all.
you.
Thanks, Travis. Guys, that takes us up to our recycling center report. Mr. Randy Ham. Mason County, we picked up 62,100 pounds for the month of December. We sent off one load of cardboard to International Paper, 43,660 pounds, which equaled the total amount shipped in December at 43,660 pounds. For November, we collected $2,260.32, and we had 87 customers into our recycling center there at the landfill. Lastly, we hauled 0 pounds from recycling to the landfill for December. I'll entertain a motion to approve our recycling center report.
So moved.
Got a motion?
Second.
We have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil.
Yes, ma'am. Commissioners, in your packet, you will see the property abatement and illegal dumping reports from Director Shane Taylor. You'll also see a new shortened format. Trying to trim these packets down a bit. But he is out and responding to issues across the county. In your packet, you will see the names and addresses. In the public one, we don't put them out. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the illegal dumping, property abatement and illegal dumping report.
So moved.
Second. Got a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, wait a minute. Out of order here. Okay, that brings up to garbage collections report and litter abatement. So in the Mason County Garbage Office, we had 2,682 charges. The amount payable was $44,682.05. We received in 1,258 total payments for total receipts equaling $41,925.69. Our roadside cleanup and litter abatement grant, the total we expended in December was $4,504.05, which we cleaned 15 miles of Mason County roadways, 48 bags picked up with one group. And so we've expended $25,024.21 and added to our state grant $1,381.27, which clears out 2024's litter abatement grant. And we have been funded for 2025. So we have funds in the hopper for nonprofits, groups that want to help keep Mason County clean and green.
Approximately the same amount? Or?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the garbage collections and litter abatement update.
So moved.
Got a motion? Second. We have a second. Any additional questions? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioners, also, Solid Waste has a Gateway laptop. You will see the paperwork in your packet. Looking to surplus this Gateway laptop. The serial number, VIN number has been identified. Director Taylor has signed it. And so need a motion to surplus this laptop.
So moved.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion?
What are you doing with it?
Taking it to the landfill.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm just curious, how old is it? Just curious.
I don't know. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioners, that brings us up to our treasurer's report and Mason County Treasurer, Megan Davenport. Good morning, Megan.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Ms. Megan.
I'd like the court's authorization to pay claims as presented, including additional claims totaling $58,200.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like the court's approval of the quarterly financial statement as of December 31st, 2024.
So moved. Got a motion?
I'll second.
We have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to have the court's approval to make budget transfers totaling $404,445.63.
So moved.
Got a motion?
I'll second.
We have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'd like to have the court's approval of the quarterly investment journal as presented. General fund with $2,700,000 and the landfill fund with $1,654,944.89 for a total of $4,354,944.89.
So moved.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
That's
Well
it.
done. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Treasurer Davenport. Commissioners, also in your packet, you will see a tourism report from Tourism Director Caitlin Bailey, updated on 2025 events at a glance. Feel free to add those to your calendar, as well as some projects in the works and some statistics on visitors, looks, likes, and loves. So I will entertain a motion to approve the tourism report, please.
So moved.
Got a motion?
Second.
We have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioners, also in your packet, you will see the EMS report from Fire Chief Kyle Carpenter across Mason County. For December, we had 339 total EMS runs, of which 76 were in the county, and 263 remain in the city. I'll entertain a motion to approve that report.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion, second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioners, also you'll see the permit report from Permits Coach Jim Fawcett, residential. Brings us up to new business. First out of the hopper, we have Omkara seeking an entertainment permit. Kumar Patel has purchased the Germantown truck stop, what we formerly know as the Germantown truck stop. It's the second time that property has transitioned in the last 2.5 years. Mr. Patel is wanting to retain the restaurant as well as sell lottery tickets. And so we have his application for an entertainment permit. All taxes are current, and no obligations with our landfill or any other city or county operations.
And both of these, I'm required under the ordinance to do some investigation. My investigation's been very limited because they're both existing businesses and don't really expect much change. I've driven by them both.
Judge, that's the old Conway truck stop.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yep. So my recommendation would be to approve the entertainment permit for Omkara and Mr. Patel, formerly the DG Gas.
Yeah. You need a motion?
I do need a motion.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
I make that motion as presented.
Yes, sir.
And I'll second.
We've got a motion and a second. Is there any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioners, it brings us up to D's Thirsty Beaver LLC. Look for an ABC license. Danielle Reese has now purchased the Beaver located at 3538 Germantown Road. The state has granted their approval, waiting on us. Ms. Reese is buying the business and requesting we facilitate the transfer of her ABC license. John?
Two owners ago, or the original owner that turned this into a bar, we had complaints of noise and after-hour disturbance to that, subdivision and across the street. Neighbors parking on the right-of-ways and that sort of thing. But Sheriff, I don't think that's continued so much, has it?
No, it hasn't.
So, under the present owners or the former owners, that, all those problems were sort of resolved, and we hope they don't rear their head again, so.
Agreed.
If they do, the sheriff will tell us.
Sure will.
Because he's the county complaint department, if y'all didn't know. Water off, anything like that, you call the sheriff.
I remember that.
Yeah.
House moving to the other side of the road. Sorry, Commissioner, go
I'll
ahead.
make that motion.
We've got a motion.
I'll second.
We have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Is the motion to approve the entertainment permit?
The motion is to approve the ABC license.
No,
Oh,
you don't, you sign off on ABC license just to say basically it's in wet territory.
okay, fair
So
enough.
that's an administrative thing that you as the county administrator do.
Okay.
Fiscal court approves the entertainment license.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
When you sign an ABC, I'm sorry, Dennis, when you sign an ABC license, you're basically just telling the ABC that it's not in a prohibited area for having, you're not recommending it, you're not saying that's a good business, bad business, you're just saying it's wet territory, is that your
Yes,
understanding?
that's correct.
Okay. So approving the, roll call,
Approving
please.
the entertainment permit. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
No, wait a minute, let's
We've
back.
already done that, I think.
Did we?
You did the first one.
You did the
Yeah, we did the
first
first
one. This
one.
is for
So
So we
the
have to
Thursday.
do the second one?
Oh.
This is the Thirsty Bee.
No.
Your vote is no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Commissioner, I'm sorry, Judge McNeil.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioners, in your packet, you will see an update on our Albert Sidney Johnson Museum property that you all, Mason County Fiscal Court, owns in Old Washington, managed by the Washington Study Club from the curator, Miss Sally McNeil. They list a few closeout items, however, nothing significant, and so that's for your information.
I would suggest you highlight the wonderful work Sally McNeil does.
Agreed, very much, very much. They do a fantastic job, all those ladies. Best curator that I know, for sure.
I hope she's watching.
Yep. Guys, it brings us up to 6400 Lone Tree Way, which is a property owned by Kit and Kathy Miller. We took over Lone Tree Way as a neighborhood back, I think, in the mid to early 90s. These lots represent the most, how can I say this, northeasterly portion of that neighborhood on West Maple Leaf. So across from the construction rental place that AA and 11. Mr. Miller and Miss Miller, Mr. Miller has reached out to our road department and myself about drainage runoff issues. As a court taking in the neighborhood back in the early 90s, our responsibility is to make sure flooding mitigation, runoff water mitigation is okay. I am always very cautious around anything on privately held property. However, I've reached out to Road Supervisor Joe Brown, as well as City County Projects Manager David Horde, who has gone out, explored the property. They ran a camera in the pipe at Lone Tree Way back on Thursday, January 2nd.
As the picture show above, it is clear to the end with no obstructions. We first wanted to check that it had not collapsed. It appears that when it was constructed, it was run to a property line between two existing lots and crossing a vacant lot close enough to the road and close enough to the right-of-way that it would not affect the building of a home on the lot. Now that the two vacant lots have been purchased by the same person, maybe the best alternative would be to intercept the pipe at the roadway right-of-way and install a new pipe of 170 feet to the drain behind the property. As the pipe now exists, now we could attach the existing pipe and extend it 145 feet to the existing drain as well. And I believe, coming from Mr. Horde, I believe new installation of the 170 foot of pipe would be the best for all parties involved. I have been out, I have seen the property, especially after a heavy rain, and it does hold water. I mean, it's kind of down in the basin. There are parcels in that neighborhood that, when it was constructed, was kind of utilized for demo, you know, and kind of old riffraff that they push and bury. I think this is one of those lots that has just kind of subsided and is now holding water. And so the proposal before you is to what they call daylight, I guess they call it daylight, the parcel, and fix the kind of flooding roadway runoff issue. John, anything to add?
What's the cost of it? How do we
Oh,
do
yeah,
it?
sorry. Going that avenue, we have one proposal that's gonna be all labor, equipment, and materials, $9,112. But has to be done when ground conditions are suitable, yeah, okay, to achieve good grading results.
And who do we need easements or permission from to do this? Because it's gonna be off our right of way, obviously.
It is. I think just from Mr. Miller.
Okay.
It's all gonna be on this.
Okay.
Joe, anything to add? Yeah, that's a good point. Anything to add to that description?
No, I mean, it's something that, I mean, the water's creating a problem, and it's something that's taken in years and years ago. And it's, I mean, you know, the way Mr. Miller's talking, like, after we bought into adjacent lots, and then, I mean, it's bad. I mean, where the water runs off, that is run right in the middle of this property.
Is the water created by or made worse by our county road, or does the water impact our county road?
The water don't impact the road. I mean, it's just where the water's running off, John, it's in a cul-de-sac.
Are we causing the,
Yes.
we are causing the problem?
The water's running off of our property onto his.
Okay.
So it's from the road inside the subdivision?
Yeah, I mean, we can
It's county
control,
road.
we can improve and spend money on improving drainage for our county road, and we can go onto private people's property and spend money if somebody's damaging or, you know, impacting our county road. But I wanna make sure it's tied to the road, not
Yeah,
to the lot problem.
It's
And
not
that,
the road.
okay.
I mean, there isn't a water issue on the road, but the water's coming off, hitting that drain, then going straight to his property.
So legally, it's our problem.
I would think so, John.
It's, by his description, I'm not gonna say it's our problem, but it's a lawful expenditure of your funds.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say it's your problem because if this doesn't fix it, we get sued or something.
Because it sounds like the drain
But-
is not able to handle the volume of water.
Well, no,
And so
it's not,
running-
well, the pipe is intact, the drain is good.
Uh-huh.
What the problem is where it's feeding off at, where it dumps
Where
out
it's
at.
dumping out at.
And if you take that pipe, you know, hook onto the existing pipe, and what you'll do is you'll run that about 170 foot and daylight it out, and it'll be away from everybody's property at the end,
Run away.
and it'll go on.
Yeah.
But where it's at now, it's just dumping out, and there it is.
Pool.
But after you daylight, after you hook the existing pipes, daylight that out, the problem should cease.
Yeah,
Cause you'll be at the end of a property, and it will be,
right.
anywhere where he's gonna build or anything like that, and Mr. Miller, was out there, and he was in agreement with doing that. But, I mean, I think that's the best option, and like I said, David Orr was out there, we run cameras, we done everything, but that looks like the best option to us.
It's why our inspections on these subdivisions we take in are so important, because it's a developer's fault, and then a developer sells a lot that he's pointed the water at, right?
Correct. Yeah. So, I don't know, commissioners, we can approve as proposed, we can deny as proposed. Or we could approach Mr. Miller, for a middle ground and say, hey, we'll try. I feel like from what Joe, David Hord, and I've seen, it's probably our responsibility, because we've already taken in the neighborhood.
No, you took in the road.
Took in the road, yes.
I don't mean to correct you.
No, yeah, you're right, yeah. Yeah.
So none of this could come back on the developer?
Not at this point.
I mean, it's 15, 20 years.
Like I'm saying, if it's been in the process since the early 90s.
That's why I get it again, that's why the inspections are so important up front. When you accept it, the road is yours, not the developer's.
I'm not for sure when that was taken in, it was way before I came here.
It's been
But it
a
was
while.
right nineties, John, maybe, you think?
Earliest back I saw, was, yeah, like 92, 93.
Yeah.
That's what I would guess.
I've got some mixed feelings. I don't know which direction to go. I can understand the Miller situation. And it's a problem they have that they did not cause. Of course, Mr. Estel, our county attorney, already mentioned something about legally we could spend the money.
So has this problem become
Yeah.
worse
Yeah.
as time? Because I find it interesting that it's just now.
Well,
Has it always been a problem? Has it
from
always
what I
been-
understand,
Uh-huh.
from what I understand. here's what
So
that-
is he the one that bought the 2 lots that's having the problem with it?
Yes.
And he
Well,
never noticed this before?
Well, from what I understand, them lots had grown, and they had grown up somewhat.
Oh,
And
yeah.
once he cleaned that lot up,
That's when you realize, yeah.
that's when he discovered, oh my, we got a problem here.
Water's running down here.
Does he want to build? Is that what the issue is in him? Or does they-
He told me, John, he told me that he was thinking about building a shop out there. And where he was gonna build that at, the water issue laid.
I feel like it's.
Judge, we gotta, and I'm not trying to
Sure.
make you partisan of Millers and licensed people on the planet, or among the licensed people. You had a situation off of Latham Pike where, you got 2 situations off Latham Pike, one in the Whitson Maker subdivision, one not. And, the drainage problems got worse and erosion problems get worse. And in those situations, we've said,
That was your,
you bought it,
yeah.
with a stream pointing at you, or with a drain running through your yard, and
Yeah.
at that point, it's your responsibility. It's not your job to we have to control, we cannot make drainage worse with our roads. We have to control what our water is. But you don't have to make a lot saleable or developable.
Sure.
When the defects existed since it began, so, I don't know, I could.
Certainly since
I
he
could
bought it.
probably argue it both ways.
Since he bought it.
Mhm.
Isn't there a cheaper way to do it?
Well, I mean, either way you go, you could go a different route, but you didn't even have to set another, manhole, you'd have to put another pipe. The easiest way to do it is tap on that, do away with the side here, and take it on and daylight it out. That's the most economical way.
So are we gonna do this for every subdivision? If they have a problem?
Yeah, if they weren't inspected right.
Well, that's
Yeah.
right, I know.
Now, that was my concern with our county judge
Sure.
attorney. I remember that situation out there in Mays Lick when they came and it was just an unfortunate situation. I'm afraid we're setting a precedent here. I don't know,
Me
maybe we can
too.
go back to the Millers and maybe get some time to think about this or
Yeah,
approach
sure.
them to see if we can find another option. I'm just, but they'll be lining up at the door of some of these other subdivisions.
So-
That's what I'm concerned about.
No, I hear you. So you want to deny, or do you want to postpone? Yes.
Table it.
Table it?
Table it.
Fair point.
Just talk.
And consider.
No. It is a quandary, I don't
I
know.
mean, it's not gonna go anywhere, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just concerned about setting a precedent for future people that sit in this courtroom. They'll be lining up at the door.
I
All
agree.
these other subdivisions that we take in. That's my only
You know,
concern.
I'm preaching about the future, not about this one. It's not only a Joe Brown when you do these inspections, but, you know, the George Larger and
Correct.
folks looking at that end need to be looking at the provision for drainage should be a key part of any subdivision. You know, whether it's a waste area within a lot that's sold or something that's retained for drainage, but we need to be looking at these and we take in what, it's sort of bad we haven't had any major subdivisions come in recently, but we need to be looking at it when you have a plat, where the drainage areas are.
And possibly make an amendment to those in regards to years down the road that it's still, make sure it's the homeowner's responsibility, period, no ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, I don't know what the answer is, but
Most subdivisions, would something like this would be a retention area. You know, that's not to be built on, it would be a retention area for
Yeah, sure.
collection of water.
I feel bad for them, like I said, they're super nice people, but
So tabled it is, correct? Okay, fair point. Commissioners, that brings up the old business. Talk to Mr. Jack Campbell again regarding manure, horse manure and the roads, out on county roads. I have worked with some individuals out in the community, one Noah Reno, a few others, who have assisted in meeting with now 6, 7 Amish and horse connoisseurs out in the county. But Mr. Campbell wanted me to present to you all doing an ordinance for manure catching bags on any horse that is in Mason County. I would caution you that I'm not quite sure how we would enforce something like that. And, but there are counties that have done it. And so I at least told Mr. Campbell I would pitch it to you all. And so thoughts on what you want to do.
I hate to enact an ordinance
I do too.
that especially in trying to enforce that, I think that'd be a nightmare with other things you got on your agenda. I mean, that's something you wouldn't be going looking for, only if you pass them. I mean, you can write them a ticket. Have you reached out to the other counties to see how well it's,
The only county I can find that has, or that I know has one, is Boone County, and Judge Moore up there. He said, while he's been judge for quite a while, I think it was the judge prior to Judge Gary Moore that installed their ordinance. You know, I think so. I think there are a couple other counties out there, but I did talk to Judge Moore about it. You know, he's like, it's kind of cyclical. No, you know, it's never really an issue till one point, and then what do you do?
so what is your feedback from the community?
That everybody wants to be a good neighbor. Everybody wants to be a good
Yeah.
neighbor, but you know, like what do you do? Like, I don't ride horses, so I don't know like how you tell. I did offer to, put brooms and shovels out or help take those out, but, you know, that gets kinda
That should be our
onerous,
responsibility.
yeah.
Now, did you reach out to I thought you was gonna reach out to the Amish community, some of
Yes,
the
sir.
elders. How do they feel about it?
They feel like they'll communicate out to their parishioners, as best they can, that it is an issue, that to a person, everyone wants to be, good neighbors, good citizens of Mason County. Look, in my mind, you know, Kentucky and the Commonwealth of Kentucky has an ag supremacy law, and, forgive the pun, but sometimes stuff happens.
Well, and, I mean, my concern is, that's a farming community,
Fair point.
and you're gonna have that. All right, so, say a farmer's putting out hay for the winter, and you know how muddy it is.
Yep.
I've had this problem myself, and it gets all over the road. What do?
We don't.
You're
we
a
don't-
good neighbor.
We have cited people before, but it's been rare. It's like, it's where somebody makes a road unpassable
Exactly.
by coming in and out, as opposed to tracking it up with mud.
But we're, yeah, we're a farming community.
But that's state law too, though. We cited due to state law keeping this state roadways clean, not local ordinance.
Yeah, I would agree. I just don't think at this time it's an ordinance.
I understand where he's coming from.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
frustrating.
understand that, but we're a farming community. That's, and I've talked to some of the neighbors out there, and no, they don't like it, but they want to be a good neighbor.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
they don't want
Yeah,
to
right.
create.
Yeah, okay.
And you take rides out there, and I can understand the situation.
Sure. I
I don't
understand
see
it,
an
yeah.
ordinance right now is necessary. I mean, keeping the lines of communications open with the community and the Amish and the ones that are involved. Hey, listen, just a friendly reminder, hey, you know, try to help us help you. Bottom line.
I agree.
Yeah.
Commissioners, no board appointments. So, you do have a request for contributions from the Limestone Cycling Tour. We last donated November of '23 for, I think, $1,500.
Yes, 1,500.
I will say the Limestone Cycling Tour always brings in hundreds, if not thousands, of individuals to our community. They stay in our hotels, they eat in our restaurants, and make an economic impact. Finally, this year, tourism will be joining the team and supporting their initiatives.
I'd make the motion that we make that contribution.
Okay?
I second that with discussion. Megan, that is in the budget, if I remember
Yes.
correctly. That's what I thought. Thank you.
I remember, I think they usually have around 300 to 400 riders.
It's growing.
It was like 777.
Yeah, it's growing, yeah.
2 years ago, I think. So we have a motion and a second for same amount, $1,500. Any additional questions, comments, concerns? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. That takes us up to communications from the judge, executive, and commissioners. I'll remind the court that, this Friday, I'm gonna travel up to the Northern Kentucky Realtors Association up in Covington to discuss what a phenomenal community Maysville and Mason County is and why people should relocate here. Also meeting with D2S's Todd Cluxton regarding our landfill office project, as well as the clerk's storage building project behind the sheriff's office on Wednesday. I believe at 1 o'clock, Wednesday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, if any of you guys want to join. I'll remind the court that the Martin Luther King Scholarship Committee's annual Martin Luther King Day Walk will occur Sunday at 2 p.m. The lineup is at Scott's United Methodist Church, with services at the Washington Missionary Baptist Church, located on Clark Street. That's Sunday with lineup beginning at 2 p.m. And then, lastly, I'll bring up at our last KCO meeting, I was nominated as the Kentucky-Ohio River Region Recreational Authority Chair, or CORA, and CORA represents the 25 counties that touch the Ohio River, with the charge of promoting recreational outdoor activities, trails, as well as the utilization of the shared resource, which is the Ohio River. And we're going to be hosting our first meeting here in Maysville in early March.
Anybody from the city sit on that?
No, sir.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Any updates from commissioners? Anything you want to take up?
Knights of Columbus on Christmas, the community dinners.
Yes, sir.
Close to 700 meals were served, picked up and or delivered. And so I'd like to thank the community for not only donating financially, but for their time and energy, especially giving up time on Christmas Day to their families. And second of all is the grounds of the Mason County Physical Court looked absolutely gorgeous over the holidays. So thanks to Dwight and Nathan and who all else was involved in the decorating and setting it up. It was absolutely gorgeous. All the pictures that were taken and put on Facebook and shared. We do live in a beautiful community. So thanks.
Not to mention keeping it clean the last week, keeping it safe and best.
Did a phenomenal job. It has been a long 8 days. Also, I'll highlight my good friend Tyler McHugh and his efforts in writing a grant to T-Mobile for the Elijah Green Monument and a local citizen-led initiative to raise additional monies for that, to get the life-size statue in place, Bethel Baptist on top of the hill.
How do we stand on that?
I don't know. Let me get back to you.
It's currently in process.
Currently in process.
We made it to the first stage, now we're waiting to hear back.
Thank you.
However, citizens can still make a donation. Fiscal court's taking in the donations on behalf of the Elijah Green folks. There's nothing else. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a motion? Got a second? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
I was going to mention about putting extenders up for these tables.